Hey, welcome home to Scarlet Hollow. It's been such a long time, and by such a long time, I mean probably 2 months. I really wanted to take a break so that when I started a new character, it would be a little more fresh again. And of course, I haven't forgotten anything super important. I'm aware of the characters that I'm still suspicious of. I am aware that there are characters that I didn't speak to in the last game. I'm aware that I will not be speaking to animals probably in this next run, which is almost a sad thing. I was like, man, I'm gonna miss talking to the animals. Hardcore mode, I don't even remember what that is though. Is it the way I've been playing? Maybe, it's very possible, but anyways, it doesn't really matter in that regard. I'm probably going to start this new character and approach it the same way. I was going to roleplay while also, I guess, keeping in mind what I learned in the last playthrough. So think of it as like a new game plus, where I'm like an ethereal ghost that just whispers into the ears of my character. A very paranormal side of me, actually. Anyways, let's start. Yeah, it's good times. My name is, I'm gonna be a girl this time, and I'm gonna call myself BRIE. Yeah, BRIE? Yeah, that's a cheese, so it's okay. No, it's still fromage veal. I'm sorry, but this is just where we're all from. I'm a girl. Okay, so last time I was mystical and I talked to animals, which was a very fun time. Totally awkward. I don't know how to talk to human beings, apparently. This time, I'm going to be adventurous, because I'm powerful. And I'm also mega smart. Streets. So, you know, it'll be good. I'll be able to go around, lockpick someone, and break into a conversation. It'll be great. Yes. It's true that this is, there's probably going to be some scenes that are, going to be repeated. I'm going to still try to, go through it the same way. But if there are scenes that I feel are completely repeated, maybe I'll edit that out. You know, I like to say that in all my videos. Like, oh, if I waste my time, I'll edit it out. I am still new to this, so, you know, bear with me as I find my footing. Anyways, let's begin. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again, and you're still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and seedy depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You would normally find yourself traveling like this. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Fortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, as I was saying, that's that guy. Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. I was up in Maryland, looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, you know, pushing joggers into the arbor, that sort of thing. Feign an illness. I'm just like, I'm sick, I'm sorry. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna feign an illness. You begin to cough, and your eyes start to water on command. Pretending to be sick has always been one of the better ways to get people to leave you alone in strange places. Oh, are you sick? That's alright. I'm pretty sure I've already had whatever you've got. I'm sick all the time. Gotta keep my immune system on its toes, you know? So this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling about how she was gonna call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend, and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad and not just playing. But she kept swinging, and soon enough, she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off for about a year, so it's pretty serious. Though, about 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me, like, for real, and geez, you ever get so mad you just wanna, like, kill somebody? Yeah, I just street smart through. This girl means business. Stop it. Huh? Stop what? Whatever it is you think you're doing right now, you know what I'm talking about. This whole corner a stranger on the bus and try to make them uncomfortable act. I'm not playing along. Haha, alright. Maybe I never really wanted to kill her, even if I threatened it a little. Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. But I don't know if I'm, like, into that stuff. So I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. I've always wanted to go there. Ooh. Yeah, you know, we're gonna go for the powerful build. One of these days, you're going to run into someone who doesn't tolerate your bullshit. Get your act together. Cross your arms and glare at the young man with menace in your eyes. Alright. Maybe you have a point. I guess New York will always be there waiting for me. Anyways, where'd you say you were headed? Where'd you say you were headed? I'll say Scarlet Hollow. Scarlet Hollow. Oh, the holler, huh? That's what they call the hollows up in the mountains, you know. I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work on the mine. There's a coal mine in the holler, you see, and there's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. I've never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are. Thanks, but my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while, now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook. See how they're doing up there. Hope they didn't die. Ha! Looks back at his phone, for once focused on something other than you. Oh, this is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Here, I have something for you. Stranger rifles through his pack before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they're dripping all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. Tip, sometimes picking a... Oh no, that's not him. Tip, sometimes picking a dialogue option establishes new facts about who you are. Protein is protein. I didn't build these muscles to turn down free protein. You take the wet peanut, stranger. It's been several hours since you have any protein, which is several hours too many in your book. You tear into them immediately, not even bothering to remove the shells as you chew through the fistfuls of soft legume. In a few moments, they're all gone. I figured someone like you would get some good use out of them. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. He's dead now. He's dead to us. And just like that, the stranger is dead to us. Maybe you could finally get some sleep. Next up, Scarlet Hollow, end of the line. Almost there. Forgot how well written this game was. It's really fun. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at least reads, bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you and this place behind. Hey, BRIE. You instantly recognize the worn young woman from the few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. Go in for a firm handshake. I give her condolences. I'm so sorry for your loss, Tabitha. Yes, great. Thank you. Let's get back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. A vroom. Doesn't take much driving, before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Yes, I can explore. How are you holding up? Fine. Yeah, let's street smart it. You don't have to hide how you're feeling around me. We're family, even if we just met. She sighs a particularly heavy sigh. Look, I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine. Really. So, the funeral. It's on Sunday, right? Yep, like I told you. It's almost a whole week. I got here a little early. Yeah, since I'm here. Do you need any help planning? I know this stuff isn't easy. It's actually been fine. I just needed the coffin and somebody to dig a hole. Nice. Yeah, it's fine. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. We had a great conversation. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Someone used to cramp apartments in gray cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you, a jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot long time ago. A long time ago. You know, this is really fun because I think taking like a 2-month break from it, playing some other games, it made me really appreciate the writing, and it's nice to revisit. Like, I'm having fun rereading all of this. You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold and into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with a layer of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen. And hallway, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. Powerful. Oh man, this place is huge. I can't wait to unwind. Why would I lie? But maybe I will lie for fun. You know what? No, maybe I don't care. It's tough. I like these two options. But being street smart's kind of fun, so. Well, actually, I really don't have a reason to be lying to her, so. Oh man, this place is huge. Can't wait to unwind. Yes, the estate is quite large, but I'd be careful about unwinding too much. You don't want to wander off somewhere you shouldn't. You might get some nasty splinters. Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Okay. I've dreamed of having a kitchen like this. Awesome, I love PB&J. No, that's not our person. I think they like PB, but I don't think they care for J like that. So, yeah, I'm gonna ask about the town. I might want to eat something other than PB&J this week. Is there somewhere in town we can get groceries? Well, aren't you fancy? Yeah, there's a general store. There's also a diner. I usually order my food in bulk online though, so I wouldn't be going with you. She's so cool. The way she eats PB&J and I guess mac and cheese and ice cream. Sweet, thanks. Cool, good talk. You know what? I think this is cool. All right, what's next on the tour? Bathroom, follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Is that your cat? What's its name? Frou Frou. Do not try to pet her. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. All right, well, I'll leave the cat be. You decide to follow Tabitha's advice. Shall we move on? The bathroom awaits. Bye, Frou Frou. You're super mean last time, but I like that you're French. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights, it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being, you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. It's sick. Guest bathroom. Not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must if you must. It's a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. Oh, this is terrible. This is the worst bathroom I've ever seen. No, it's not the worst bathroom I've ever... No, it is the worst bathroom I've ever seen. Who exactly uses this bathroom? Guests. This is the worst bathroom I've ever seen. You can practically hear Tabitha roll her eyes at you from the other side of the bathroom wall. It'd be a lot nicer if Janie didn't have a policy about bathrooms. She cleans mine, but refuses to do more than that. So you can blame her for the state of the place. Can I use your bathroom instead? No. Now hurry up and do your business so we can move on with our lives. Yay. Bug skitter from the bowl as you lift the seat. Use the facilities. A toilet is a toilet. Sure, it could be cleaner, but your business needs doing. So this is as good a place as any. You do what you must to rejoin your cousin out in the hall. Maybe next run, I'll try not to use the toilet. I feel like I would suffer greatly if I was just holding in as much as I can. Like, I can hold it in for a long time, but it does not feel great. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. I don't know why I said it like that. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you'd better be grateful. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. Do you need help around the house? There's a lot of boxes and stuff lying around here. I could help you move things around and fix the place up. Look, I appreciate the offer, but Janie already comes in once a week. It's fine. She doesn't even touch anything besides the kitchen and your bathroom. All right. I like that Street Smart is like, yeah, this is so cool. I guess I'll start to get settled. Follow me. I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Tips and dialogue options will open additional conversation paths right away. Others down the line. Hey, did I do something wrong? You asked me to come to this funeral, but since the moment I got here, you've been acting like I spat in your coffee. What's going on? Was it something I said? Okay, I'm sorry I've been testy since you've gotten here, but you've been too nice. Last thing I need right now is someone sucking up to me every 5 minutes. Please just stay out of my hair until later, okay? I have work to do. Yeah, where are you? Wait, where are you going? To work. Somebody has to pay the bills around here. Alright. Alright, I won't keep you. Alright, I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. We'll see. There's a lot that needs to get done this week. I don't forget that Tabitha's a real badass. And now it's just you. You and this sprawling, decrepit estate. I just ate those peanuts, though. Go straight to the forbidden wings of the estate. With Tabitha gone, there's no one stopping you from going to the forbidden wings of the estate. You know, last time I avoided the shit out of it. This time, I'm a maniac. I'm BRIE. BRIE cheese. Except for the locks and chains sealing them shut. An insurmountable obstacle for most, but a mild inconvenience for you. Oh my god. As the locks fall, the doors moan open, revealing the entrance to what once must have been an incredibly lavish ballroom. Faintly in the distance, you can hear the quiet notes of an old piano playing from another room. The fuck? The forbidden wings are yours to explore. Why is there a piano playing? Also, dog. That? We'll see. Enter. I'm not listening to anyone's advice. Oh. This is some new stuff. You can see why your cousin warned you against coming here. It's clear that the chaos of nature is doing its best to reclaim this place. Years of detritus have piled here like gathering leaves. And the tiled floor has been torn apart, destroying the order that once made this place beautiful. Yo, this is the first time I've seen the word detritus used in an actual sentence, not to, like, describe a type of animal. That's interesting. The piano you heard from outside the bathroom has grown louder, whatever it is. It's nearby. Oh, and by type of animal, I mean, like, detritus eaters. Those are, like, I guess bottom feeders, like earthworms or isopods, the stuff that like eat soil, eat trash, and then it like becomes better dirt or better fertilizer. It's cool. What are those noises? What the fuck is this? Okay. Yeah, the piano you heard from outside the ballroom has grown louder. Wherever it is, it's nearby. Maybe it's just a self-playing model, or maybe you aren't as alone here as you thought. It's Frou-Frou playing the piano. It's gotta be. Examine the painting covering the far wall. Nice. You make your way over to the painting covering the far wall. It's a family tree. Angry scratches cover the space where your mother should be. Alright, let's figure out where the piano's coming from. As far as you can tell, there are 3 exits to the ballroom. There is, of course, the door you came through, and on your far right is a door beyond a broken floor, a dead end. Across the room from where you entered is the 3rd and final exit, a glass doorway you can just barely make out behind a pile of broken furniture. You move to investigate it more closely. As you approach, the playing grows clearer. Without a doubt, the piano is behind this door. Powerful build. Clear the furniture. Pile of furniture blocking the doorway weighs a considerable amount, and it's safe to say that most people would be unable to move it on their own. You aren't most people, though, and with a bit of muscle, you clear it off to the side. As you move the final piece out of your way, the playing stops, as if aware of your efforts. Oh. Oh, what? Oh, no. This is no good. Is that you, Wayne? As you step through the door, something slips through your periphery and into the shadows. You lock eyes with it as it lingers in the doorway at the far side of the room. The two of you separated by a cavernous gash in the floor. You know what? I'm going to try to be not very spoilerific with what I already know. I will react to things, and I may say things by name, just because I know their names, but I will not unveil details unless they get unveiled here, and then maybe in the later parts I'll be piecing some things together. I don't know if that's a way people want me to play it, but I think I'm going to play it that way because it's kind of fun for me. You lock eyes with it as it lingers in the doorway at the far side of the room. The two of you separate by a carnivorous gash in the floor. I'm brave. I'm strong. I thought I was alone here. Your words hang in the air as the presence slips deeper into the estate. Leave? No. I mean, come back. Whatever it was you just encountered leaves you wondering just how much longer you should even stay in the estate on your own. PB&J sounds great right now. The only thing you had to eat in the past 8 hours were those boiled peanuts you got from that strange young man in the bus. Suffice to say, you're still hungry, and a PB&J sounds exactly what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task, given the state of the place, but an aggressive growl. The aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. To get started, you probably need to find some peanut butter, some jelly, bread, a plate, and a knife. I see frou-frou, but who cares? I'm going to the garden. The garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It might not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? I'm exploring. You wander further into the garden. It's quiet out here. No, I don't give a shit about what's going on in the garden. Head back inside and close the door behind you. Hi, Frou-Frou. The cat hisses you as you draw near, but remains firmly in place. It is clearly Frou-Frou's spot on the counter. You back away from Frou-Frou, trying to make any sudden movements. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go eat my... Open the fridge, feel deep urge, wash your hands, even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. For some reason, my headspace was like, I'm just doing peanut butter and jelly. I don't have to talk about this. But honestly, I kind of want to look at stuff. Tabitha explicitly told me not to do this. You think to yourself as you reach for a pint of banana chocolate chunk. I'm going to put it back. You stare longingly at the pint of ice cream for a few moments before your self-restraint kicks in and you'll put it back where you found it. I think when I'm hot, I'm going to just do a bunch of shit. Tabitha already seems to not like you. It's probably best not to fan the flames of her hatred. It's only the smart move. Why would you do that? What are you expecting? This takeout container is disgusting beyond words. A liquefied mess of wholly congealed in its styrofoam shell. You can't even tell what it used to be. The substance doesn't smell bad. It smells ancient. What? What? Protein is protein? Excuse me? But I don't want to do that. I'm a street smart. I'm not gonna eat that shit. Your body reacts before you register what you're doing, compelled by a deep primal disgust. Yo, I'm gonna do some really weird shit in my own side plays, but you know, I love chaos, but this is too chaotic. I feel like eating something really fucking weird bothers me too much. You know, that explains my previous playthrough. I think I like focus a lot on what I'm consuming. I'm just like, what am I putting in my body? If it's not a peanut butter jelly sandwich, what else would it be? You know. All right, well, I shoved the container back in the fridge, pushing it into the depths of the shelves and out of your mind. Hopefully you can forget it exists and move on with your life. Yeah, I'll take the jelly. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking its expiration date. You breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it's recent. It was either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen Tabitha actually uses. All you need now is a plate, a knife, bread, and some peanut butter. Better close this fridge and keep looking. I don't need to check the mayonnaise. We all know everything is terrible. You return to the kitchen, closing the fridge behind you. Search the pantry. A dead mouse. Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. Let's examine that. You pick up the box of Tabitha's mac and cheese. You can't say you've ever seen this brand before. That's violent. Put it back. Staying away from the mac and cheese was one of your cousin's hard rules, and she already seems to not like you. Put the box back where you found it, reluctant to make things worse than they already are. Yeah, gonna get that bread. You pick up one of those non-moldy loaves of bread. Great. One step closer to a satisfying snack. All you need now is a plate, a knife, and some peanut butter. Take the peanut butter. The king of nut butters. And only 3% of each jar is mashed up cockroaches. I'm very positive. The only thing you need now are a plate and knife. Goodbye, pantry. See you, dead mouse. You close the pantry door as best as you can and turn back to the rest of the kitchen. Yeah, you know what? I'm going into the cabinets. The cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware, and oddly enough, the utensils. Grab a plate and butter knife. You grab a plate and butter knife. This is the last ingredient you need to make your PB&J. It's time to get to work. Examine the mug. Oh yeah, I was blown away at Blowing Rock, NC. So your aunt and cousin actually traveled sometimes. Maybe you can route your return trip through Blowing Rock. Might be nice to see the local sites before heading home. Was it Survive Deb's 50th? It survives Deb's 50th. Your aunt's name was Pearl Ann, so this wasn't for her 50th. Well, from the few stories you'd heard from your mom, Pearl Ann wasn't the type to have kitschy friends who gave out themed shot glasses at their birthday parties. You know what? I don't need to grab a bowl. You close the cabinet and look back to the rest of the kitchen. Make that PB&J! Despite the state of this horrendous kitchen, you have successfully combined your 3 ingredients to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Congratulations, protein awaits. Oh, I'm stoked for that protein. A job well done. All of that hassle, and it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. I'm done here. Congratulations. You've eaten and have a full day ahead of you. What do you want to do next? Yeah, let's settle in my room. Now that I've finally eaten, the aches and pains of your journey started to sink deep into your bones. You stumbled up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance to your room. Check the closet. I love this doll! You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. Pick up the doll. I hate it. Of course you're sharing a room with the creepy doll. You pick it up and examine it more closely. Its foot reads, property of Alexandra. No need to carry this around with you. Well, why not? You close the closet behind you. Why wouldn't I take the doll with me? Also, I remember Alexandra being related at some point. At some point, that doll moved. I hated that. That was probably one of the worst experiences of my life. And I played Deep Sleep, and that was the attic. There were so many mannequins. It's like a PTSD experience. On the bright side, I feel like that made me braver with horror stuff. I was like, maybe I just need to be confronted with my greatest fear. Faceless beings that I don't know what it wants from me. You close the closet behind you, take a nap. Spare clothes in the dresser. You drag your suitcase over to the dresser. An opossum lurks within. It's quiet, but angry. Put clothes on top of the opossum. The poor thing looks cold in there, you think to yourself. I love this guy. You lay your clothes on top of the creature, arranging them in a little nest. It closes its mouth, somewhat more at ease than before. It looks up at you with its shiny black eyes. You close the drawer, satisfied with yourself for a job well done. Maybe I can help these animals while I'm just not able to talk to them. Examine the painting on the wall. She's looking at me like, really? You're staying here? This must be an older relative of yours, judging by the dates on the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you've barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago. That's not really a surprise. Maybe you should ask Tabitha about this Mary Belle Scarlet next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation. Look out the window. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned this place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. You go out and pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries, do whatever you need to do to return it to its former glory. And once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have a little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea while enjoying the birdsong. Yeah, you'd definitely do that, just not right now. I don't want to take a nap. Doesn't seem like there's much else for you to do now. Might as well head into town. Now that you're settled in, there's not much left for you to do here other than head out and explore the town. You do just that. If you had known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you'd probably just would have asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension. Though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. Continue down the path. It's really pretty out here. Yeah. Finally, you made it back to town. The holler, as the guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane, and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Gretchen, come back! Quit bothering strangers! Oh. Why did that happen? Oh no, just nothing. Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. A pug. She's so cute. I love pugs. She's so cute. Thanks. She is cute. Sure, most of her teeth have fallen out, and she's got a couple of weird growths. But for a 17-year-old pug, that's pretty good. She's 17. That's gotta be really old for a dog, right? Sure, it sure is. She's about 84 in dog years. I hope she beats the current record holder and makes it to 19. Or better yet, 20. The more time we get together, the better. Isn't that right, Gretch? But where are my manners? Talking to you for this long without introducing myself. I'm Stella. It's not often I see a strange face up in the holler. Every now and then, there's a new crop of coal folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Yeah, I'll introduce myself. Hi, I'm BRIE. You must be Tabby's cousin, right? That's the only person I can think of who would come to town for the funeral. How's she holding up? To be honest, I've been a little worried about her, all alone up in that big house. Tabby. Yeah, I'm sorry, did you say Tabby? I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so cute. She did back when I knew her better. It's been a while. I hope she's okay. I'm worried about her too. She's always been a little rough around the edges. I figured she'd probably be having a rough go of things. She and her mom were really close. To think she's been up in that old mansion all by herself. It'll be probably good for her now that you're staying there, even if she doesn't think so herself. Are you two friends? I was probably closer than most people have gotten to being able to call her a friend. The school here is really small, so everyone had to at least get along with everyone else. She was a grade ahead of me, but everyone knew her, especially since she's a Scarlet. We wound up bonding a bit when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer's Night's Dream. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed. You know, I think I mentioned it last time, but that's my favorite Shakespeare story. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated, and that was that. Oh, if you just got to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for coffee, and they've got amazing biscuits. My treat. But I want protein, aka biscuits. I guess that's just sugar. But you know, it's fine. Biscuits, your treat? Hell yeah. Awesome, let's go. Look, this character is going to be far more extroverted, I would say. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air, in contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate. The diner is filled with the comforting din of human life, all of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. I'm not even hot yet. Can't imagine what they're all going to think when I'm sexy. Hey everyone, I'm BRIE. Quietly slide into the nearest booth. You slide into the nearest booth, pretending that you didn't notice everyone in the diner gawking at you like they just seen Bigfoot. No need to be so shy. They don't meet many strangers. It's kind of a big deal when someone new wanders into town. Well, I'm from the city, so that's weird. Especially since, well, they probably all know what you're here for. And by extension, who you're related to. Even if you don't know anybody, it's not easy keeping secrets in a town this size. Hey, Stella. I went ahead and fixed you up a coffee. They quietly placed a cup of coffee in front of Stella. And here's some bacon for the little lady. Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. Tip can hit the Y or triangle. Oh yeah, it's true. Hide the text box. Why? Oh, they're talking about a remote. I was just like, what? Wasn't it a different? Was it I? Was it... I'm trying to remember. It's H. Yeah, I guess it's because my gamepad is like attached to my PC right now. Anything for you? The name's Avery. I'll be taking care of you today. Avery. We've never spoken in the previous one. No. Order a biscuit and coffee. Can I have biscuit and coffee, please? I heard they were really good. Best in the county. Avery pours a fragrant brew into the empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. Oh, and I'm, sorry for your loss. Before you have the chance to respond, they're gone. Glad you took my advice with the biscuit. You won't regret it. Anyways, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think if there are any cool events going on this week. There's always the reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. Oh, shit, that's a while from now. Then there's a weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral, too, so it'll be a special occasion. Sounds neat. Maybe I'll check some of those things out. Anyways, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? What's your angle here? My angle? I would never have an angle. Street Smart, she definitely has an angle. Okay, so my job means I spend a lot of time in the woods with a camera, and it's always better when someone else is there too. Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Here's your biscuit. Winnie says it's on the house. She sends her condolences. Thanks, Avery. It looks great. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch. Buttery warmth emanates from its surface. You take a bite. It melts in your mouth as if it was nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. This is the best biscuit I've ever had, but that's not saying much. Best biscuit you've ever had, but you're not too big on biscuits, you know. I don't think I've actually I know this is a really good biscuit, and I'd eat it again. If this is the best the world biscuits has, I'd consider being impressed. Aw, sorry to hear that. To each their own, I guess. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So has Stella mentioned she's famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. You're the only person I know who's been on the news. If that's not famous, then I don't know what is. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. Once again, the worst kind of people. What kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids. You should really check out her channel, BRIE. It's amazing. They called you by your name, didn't they? They shouldn't know your name. Wait, how did you know my name? Oh, sorry. It's just that most people in town know about you. Sorry, I'm sure that must seem creepy. Ah, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. The Holler's a small place. Everybody knows everybody, and that includes extended family. Honestly, I guess I didn't really think about that, because I already know that the Scarlets are well known in this town. But it's true, it's kind of weird when people are like, hey, what's up, you? It's all good. I was just caught a little off guard. Phew, glad that didn't freak you out too much. Yeah, and don't worry, nothing Pearl Ann said about you'll stick. That's for sure. You can just make a good first impression and wipe the slate clean with the whole town. Oh god, what was she saying about me? Ah, geez, look, I'm sorry I said anything. Hey, don't worry about it. Pearl Ann was a gossip and would do this sort of thing with everyone. Spreading weird little rumors about folks was kind of her trademark. Anyways, weren't we in the middle of talking about Stella's illustrious YouTube career? I guess we were, weren't we? I think the best video to start with would be that river one. You know, the controversial one. Oh yeah, the Catawba River Runner. I didn't expect much out of the footage at the time, but it really wound up doing numbers. So the River Runner is a cryptid that's only known from a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the Catawba River. And that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in the river. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've seen. I also had people saying it was a dog or even a capybara. I must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. I'm still not sure what it was, and I'm not the one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes. Whatever it is, I bet I can beat the crap out of it. Yeah, whatever it is, I bet I could take it. BRIE is hardcore. Damn, you think so? Some of the folks in the comments thought it was a mountain lion. Yeah, I bet she could take on a mountain lion. Those things are barely bigger than a house cat's. But that's besides the point, because that's not a mountain lion. I did a whole video on the Appalachian mountain lion myth and found jack squat. And there's no reason one would be swimming in the river like this. They're not a fan of water. And it's too short to be a mountain lion. No way. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. There's always people keeping those things as exotic pets. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Yeah, exactly. Some exotic pet owners set it free, and now it'll forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if you'd maybe want to come along. It's a pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Wait, no spoilers. I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends. Anyways, see you all around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after the skunk ape. Ew, stinky. You know what? That's my response. Ew, stinky. That's what they say. You should be able to smell it before you see it, according to some sources. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing research for the last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from town over claimed to have seen one on her deck, playing tug-of-war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky, that sort of thing. Hell yeah, I've been hoping you'd ask since the moment I heard cryptids. I live for the thrill. Yes, I pegged you for a good adventuring buddy the second I saw you. Glad to see I made a right call. This is going to be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple of buddies of mine back in middle school, so it'll be kind of like the blast from the past. I miss those two. Our videos were terrible. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us. Get the old gang back together. Though I guess Kanika has to close out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go. But Reese, I think there's a decent chance we could get him to come out of his cave, if he's up for it. Do you mind if I make a quick call? Stella pulls out her phone and dials it, waiting while it rings. Reese, dude, what's up? Feels like it's been forever. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want me to come by, or... Okay, if you're really sure. But if you change your mind... Oh, I was just calling to ask if you wanted to come out to the woods tonight. I met somebody cool in town today. She's Tabitha's cousin. I know, yeah, just here for the week. Anyway, we're going to look for the skunk ape. We could take the easier trails if that would help. Dang, man, that sounds awful. I hope you take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week and we can have a more low-key hang. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring her. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Looks like it's just you and me, pal. Alright. Is he okay? He's not feeling well, that's all. He's had a lot going on in the past. Gosh, 10 years or so? But I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. Can't remember the last time I saw him leave his house. Oh, well, it's not my place to talk about, really. I just got a little excited thinking about having him along again. He's hilarious. You'd love him. We should swing by his place sometime this week. That'd be nice. I'd love to meet your friends. Awesome. I'll make it happen. He's definitely the trickier one to meet. Kanika is much easier to track down since she's at the general store basically every day. But friendship can wait. You've got a skunk ape to hunt. So, we should probably head out if we want to make it up to the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. You pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. After all, it seems everyone in town has heard awful things about you from your deceased aunt. I'll just leave a tip. Reach into your pockets, pull out a single crumpled dollar bill and a quarter. As long as you don't get sick of peanut butter and jelly, your meals will be free while you're here. Share the wealth while you got it, you think to yourself. You leave the money on the table and follow Stella out of the diner. Oh, look at Gretchen. I'm not even talking with her anymore. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town. And as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization, and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel strangely calm. The setting sun paints beautiful colors in the sky, fresh air fills your lungs, and the pleasant songs of crickets trill around you as night descends. This is where you're supposed to be, with Stella by your side, a sweet smile on her face, and Gretchen plodding along in front without a care in the world. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change, like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. Has anything bad ever happened on one of these hikes? You know, just curious. Let me think. There was that time back in early high school when Reese fell down a cliff. But he was fine. We had some folks from town rig up a pulley to get him out of the ravine, and his leg only took a week or two to heal. All in all, not too bad. That sounds terrible, Stella. I keep forgetting how nonchalant she is. Though I guess there was also this time I was out here alone and kind of got stuck in a cave. Just getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats, but I wasn't able to wiggle my way back out. Turns out that the wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside, bored to tears. Lassie, she is not. Took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense, but a few tomato juice baths later, I was right as rain. So it could have been a lot worse. Oh, then there was that time I accidentally stumbled onto Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. But that happened to everybody. That happens to everybody sooner or later. I barely counted. So yeah, these hikes aren't all that dangerous, all things considered. Yeah. What's the weirdest thing you've seen out here? Other than anything cryptid related, of course. Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of the nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen a ton of videos of other deer doing it, so I'm not sure if it counts as weird as anymore. Yeah, apparently this is normal. I had to go look that up. After I read this, I was like, is that really the case? And yeah, no, it is the case. It's weird. I mean, it's not weird, it's nature. Oh, Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It's a 5-foot deep, 30-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage with grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell it was there until you step on it. It was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you can still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. All that stuff's from the 50s too, which is super neat. I salvage a few bottles that I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. Are you really expecting to find anything out here? That's fair. We are hunting a creature that stayed behind from humans long enough to gain a mythic reputation. What are the odds of something like that popping out to star on my little YouTube channel? But hey, the chances are never zero, right? Alright, let's move on. Did you hear that? Oh, shit. Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Phew, sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were some creature of darkness. Nah, girlie, just old Duke. What the hell are you doing looking for a way? What the hell are you looking for way out here? Skunk ape. Sorry, I asked. And who's this you suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick. You aren't. Is that? Yep. I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Now both of y'all head back to town, you hear? It's best you steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter, and I won't be too appreciative if a couple fools with a camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? You see anything like that recently? Wouldn't you like to know? Never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put that damn camera down. Aw, come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know, I learned it from the best. That you did, but I have yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any. The way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chungabungas or whatever you have, what have you, something's been getting at my chickens, and I lost 3 this week. I can't afford to lose many more than that. Huh, I wonder if the skunk ape has a taste for chicken. Now, see, this is why I don't come to you about these things. There ain't no skunk ape, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's those damn mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course you wouldn't find any in one night of tracking. And I know for a fact that that's what it's been getting at my chickens. It couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man. Mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 1990s, and even those were iffy. I can't believe you'd go out there on your YouTube saying some river monster spotted by a couple of school-aged Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed yet. Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. Make me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. And if you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. Try to bond over sports. So you're a Duke man? I've met some pretty passionate sports fans, but I've never met someone named after a team. That's amazing. Try to bond over sports. Yeah. So you're Duke man? That's some pretty passionate sports fans, but I've never met someone named after a team. Yeah, well, I was born into the name. Why? You a fan? Tar Heels. I really don't know this besides the fact that, like, I understand the Devils. I don't know anyone else, though. I'm in it for the rivalries. More of a local teams fan myself. Team Locals fan. Team Locals fan. I never set foot in North Carolina before today, but I'm more of a local Team Locals fan. Never heard of them. Must not be a very good team. All right, BRIE, there's no need to cause Duke any more hassle. Let's head out. We can come back some other time. Glad to hear you're finally seeing some sense, Stella. You two run along now and stay safe. Oh, Duke. Oh, I just, like, dropped my phone. There we go. I'm glad you got to hear all of that, guys. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you came. Okay, the coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easy. Come on, I know a trail. That'll get us around him. Yes, I knew you wouldn't give up on the hunt. Never. And trust me, we don't have anything to worry about from old Duke or his shotgun. I've gone out hunting with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the trees when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches wind of us. The trail's just up this way. Let's go. All right, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. Ahem. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious BRIE, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive, yet pungent, skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. I can take the camera off your hands now. We'll be able to start the tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. In the meantime, we get to take in all of this gorgeous scenery. Yeah, I'm strong. It's been so long since I've had a hiking buddy who can keep pace with me. Oh, this is the start of a friendly rivalry I'm sensing? I'll have you know, this is my casual hiking place. Gotta watch out for the Gretchen's poor little bones. The real test will come when it's time to... Ugh. Sorry. The real test will come when it's time to run after Skunk Ape. In all seriousness, I haven't had this much fun on a hike in a long time. Thanks for coming with me. Yeah, I'm cool. Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snort. Get behind me, quick. Haha, you don't have to jump in to protect me. That's just the sound a deer makes when they try to warn the rest of their herd about big scary predators like us. Let's check it out. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, you're looking cool. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of light, while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. And then it's gone. Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. She cannot handle deer. Well, the deer was doing weird stuff, and in a previous playthrough, they've been saying weird shit. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato. And they don't make a harness to fit potatoes, do they? There was something wrong with that deer. Did you see its face? Now that you mention it, there was something a little off. What do you mean now that you mention it? His fucking face was huge. I bet it was an abscess. Maybe a tumor? It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of. They just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. But there's not much we can do about it. I mean, was it? Anyways, we'll get to that later when we get to it. Well, I got my heart rate up, so I'm ready for the hunt. Same for me. How's about we take a quick snack break to fuel up, then we get right into the night's activities. You settle down to rest. Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Take one of everything. As you grab as much as you can, your body is a temple and its priest demands offerings. Haha, somebody's hungry, huh? You look at Stella in response, your mouth full of delicious snacks. There'll be time for conversation when you're finished, but for now you eat. You know what? A peanut butter sandwich isn't much. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws a stick, distracted for the time being. So tell me what it's like in Fromageville. Do you have a house, an apartment? Do you live with a family, roommates, pets? Tell me what's it like to be Brie. It's like being a piece of cheese. It's soft and moldy. Dingy. Doorless basement. No, I live in a closet. House with 10 roommates. Yeah, we're a go-getter here. I live in a closet in a house with 10 roommates. Actually, it's more of an attic crawl space. One of the walls is slanted, so it's like a little insulated triangle room. There's not really space for much, so I just have my clothes and a futon. And there's a little camp light, too, since there's not a light in there. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, that doesn't sound like a space anybody should be living in. Sounds like staying in that old crumbling mansion is actually a pretty big step up for you. How are your roommates? Are they nice at least? They're nice enough. But it's a tough living situation. I get that. I certainly don't think I could live without any privacy like that. Do you think you'll move out at some point? Oh, I hear you. I've been saving up for something better. Oh yeah? Good for you. So what do you do for a living? I work in the service industry. I'm on my feet all day getting yelled at for things beyond my control, but I mostly get paid in tips. It's okay. It's a living. A crisp breeze passes over you. You can't help but shake the feeling that you're being watched. You scan the tree line, but whatever might be out there is nowhere to be seen. I think we're being watched. It might be skunk ape. Do your best to pretend it isn't watching us. We don't want to scare it off. What about you? What's your story? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside of town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it. I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house. He must have had done a great job, because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Oh, I gather your parents aren't exactly around anymore. Yep, you got it. They died a few years back. But it's okay. I've done my mourning. Life goes on. And we still get to live in our beautiful family home. Just me and Gretchen. It could be a lot worse. I guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. What were they like? Did you get along? They were amazing. The two of the nicest people you'd ever meet. Interesting, too. My dad was a bit of regional legend among hunters and trappers. He was always out in the woods on the trail of something, and we certainly had some interesting dinners because of him. He had to learn how to fend for himself since his family didn't have much growing up. He always made sure I had food, and I always knew how to get it if I ever found myself too far from a grocery store. He could make us a pretty good salad with just what's in the clearing, if I had to, though it wouldn't exactly taste great. My mom was the local vet, the lady all the farms in the county knew to call if their animals were in need of something. Even the smallest mouse would get the proper care in her hand. I'm sure it's most of the reason Gretchen is here, one of the oldest dogs I've ever met. So yeah, those were my parents. Sorry for your loss. Don't know what else to say. I'm just so sorry. Haha, that's okay. I know it's weird, especially since we just met today. Oh, it's showtime. Whatever made that sound, I've never heard anything like it. And it's close. Here, watch Gretchen for a moment while I check it out. Hello, Gretchen. You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. As you approach, a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush. Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. Ugh. Bad time. What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. Guessing it must be maybe 2-3 feet tall. Doesn't look hairy either. So I think we can rule out skunk ape. But whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. Looks like it's headed north. Let's go after it. Right behind you. I'm powerful. You follow Stella as she sprints into the unknown, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. Oh. Blah. Ow. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm alright. I just tripped on something weird. Oh no, that poor thing. It must have been one of Duke's. Oh, Jesus, it's still alive. I guess we have to roll the camera? It seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks. She's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tuner, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that can be done for her at this point. Jeez, I hope I don't get demonetized for this. Wait, do you hear that? Stella, I swear to God, didn't I tell you to go home? Go on home. But Birdie? Birdie. Oh no, what happened to you, sweetheart? Duke, we found her like this. I think there's something seriously wrong with her. Jesus H. Christ. There's something really wrong with all the animals we've seen tonight. No goddamn shit. It's like some kind of plague. It better not be contagious. Duke, we saw the thing that got a hold of her. We got it on camera too. I don't know what it is yet. A gnome or something? You know there ain't no such thing. I guess we'll examine the chicken. You stoop down and look at the chicken. Don't let Gretchen too close. She'll try to take a bite if you don't stop her. You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She seems nervous, squirming slightly against her harness. Examine the head. Poor little chicken's eyes look up at you, glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. Examine the wing. Wing barely still attached, but seems to be the least of the chicken's concerns. Whatever got a hold of her busted her wing up too. Little bastard. Yeah, what a bastard. Oh, good God. At first you thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. The skin is stretched out, taut. The growth pulsing beneath. She could still get better. Maybe she just needs that thing to pop, and she'll be right as rain in a couple of days. It happened to me once, and there's not so much as a scar these days. Oh, that was Duke speaking. Sorry about that. I should have been saying it in his voice. I don't know. It kind of looks like there's something in there. Whatever it might be, you know better than to investigate this lump any closer. You've seen horror movies. You back away from the chicken, your curiosity eclipsed by your instinct for self-preservation. Do you think she's become an egg? Like one of those things is gonna pop out of her? No, I refuse to entertain that notion. She ain't some kind of incubator. She just needs that thing drained, maybe some antibiotics, that's all. Duke, I don't think it's a mountain lion that's been getting at your chickens. Yeah, no shit. In all my years, I've never seen anything like this. As you, Duke, and Stella take stock of the situation, a sound begins to wrap around you. Gently at first, barely a whisper. But then a guttural moan, and then another, and another, until suddenly you find yourself surrounded by a chorus of groaning misery. Hey, do you guys hear that? Yes, I hear that. She starts filming again. Come on, Birdie, let's get you home. As Duke scoops up the injured Birdie, the voices in the trees intensify. It's like you're all suddenly surrounded. The strange sounds coming closer, growing bolder. What in the hell is that? You feel a tightening on the leash, pulling at you from behind. Don't you step another foot closer, I'll shoot. Don't think I won't. The man hesitates and the thing steps forward, fixing what seems to be its eyes on Birdie, tucked under Duke's arm. The leash is drawn fully taut, and there is a sudden looseness. Gretchen starts making ungodly noises, screaming and howling along with the din around you. You and Stella turn just in time to see another of the creatures slithering out from the bush. Gretchen's whines and barks reaching a fevered pitch as another creature's malformed hand grasps at her. Oh my god, what's going on over there? As Duke glances back, everything seems to happen at once. A patter of unnatural feet, and then a chaos. Duke grapples with the thing, but it grabs his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Birdie with an oddly jointed limbs. While Stella stares in shocked silence as if paused, watching the other creature attempt to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. Shit, get your grubby little hands off my bird. Powerful build, you were born for this moment. Take care of business. You rush to Duke's side. You steady your hand and reach for the barrel of the shotgun. You grab it, point it safely at the sky as you aim a swift, brutal kick at the creature. Its flesh doughy and structureless, like a loosely packed sausage. Your foot leaves an imprint in its chest, and it stumbles back, clutching in the odd wound. Duke regains control of the shotgun. You turn your attention back to Gretchen. You pick up a large rock and hurl it at the thing. Just as it's in the midst of dragging Gretchen away. Your aim is flawless, and it strikes the creature square in the wretched face, lodging itself in the flesh. It scrambles back, its movements uncoordinated, and its blindness leaving Gretchen unharmed. I thought I was gonna have to sacrifice someone, and then I realized what hardcore mode was again. And then a shotgun, the scattering of footsteps, and finally silence. You turn just in time to see the creature knocked off Duke disappear, bleeding into the tree line. Holy shit, Gretchen, I almost lost you. Thank you, BRIE. And Birdie's safe on the ground till we get our bearings. Holy shit, guys, did you see that pitch? What the fuck, man? No kidding. Damn, that damn thing got away too. We have to go after it, right? I don't think we have much footage, and nobody's going to believe us unless... Nobody's going to believe us, period. Stella Richmond. Even if we drag the mangled corpse of one of them critters straight out of these damn woods. I got my bird, and we all still got our lives. I'm calling it here. We're leaving. But... Stella, you froze out there, back out there. We're not going after that thing. I know. Alright, okay. Let's leave. You follow Stella and Duke in a mad dash through the woods. As you follow them, something follows you. The unearthly whispers and moans of the creatures have returned. In the highest branches of trees and down on the forest floor, they're all around you, casually keeping pace with your all-out sprint. Quick, my truck's down this way. You make it out to the road, but 3 of the creatures stand between you and Duke's truck. Clear the path to the truck. Stay back. You take a single deep breath before propelling yourself towards the creatures. Punch them. Ow. As they recoil, you plant a foot firmly in the ground and throw your body towards the abomination to your right fist. Your fist firmly connecting with a powerful haymaker. Its body feels wrong. As if your blow had just collided with a bag of loose organs instead of with a living creature. Caught by surprise and outmatched by your physical prowess, the creatures leap back and scatter in the woods. You are still the dominant species here, at least for now. They're just like, ah, what'd you do? Ew. I like how they're running away. It's nice. They feel like a team. Now, Stella, I know you got trouble with vehicles, but I won't hear any nonsense about you walking back to town, you hear? Get in the truck. You sense the slightest bit of hesitation as Stella pauses on the path next to you. Okay. You squeeze into Duke's tiny 2-seater truck, tucking your legs on either side of the gear shift. This is all new shit to me. This is great. Street smart. For such a gregarious person, Stella is being eerily quiet. She clutches Gretchen protectively, staring straight forward, expression blank as the truck quickly starts to rumble its way down the dirt road. Okay. Hey, Stella. You good? She doesn't respond. Yeah. This is one of those, Duke, I don't think Stella's doing okay. Best not to bother her just now. Let's just get out of these woods before something else tries to come after us. He glances over to Stella, his hard face softening slightly. It'll just be a few more minutes. You'll be all right. Oh, Duke is so sweet. Soon, the rumble of gravel beneath the tires give way to uneven pavement, and the truck comes to a stop in front of a small cottage. Thanks for taking me home, Duke. Anytime. But Jesus, Mary and Joseph, what were those things? I have no idea. I've never heard of anything like them. But I got a ton of footage. Nothing really clear. But it's a start. Let me know if anything happens with Birdie, all right? She's gonna be fine, you hear? I'd better go check in with Bo. He'll be worrying about me. You and your friends stay safe. Looks like those things didn't follow us, but, well, no point in talking about the butts. Just look out for yourself. Take care, Duke. Mm-hmm. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight. Your phone buzzes in your pockets. Now that you're back in town, you must finally be getting reception. 6 missed calls from Tabitha, and 13 text messages. Call her. You try and call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. Text her that you're okay. Okay. Whoa, I think I'm in trouble. There's a lot of texts and missed calls from you-know-who. Maybe Tabby's just worried about you. God, what a mess this night's been. I can't believe you punched one of those things. It felt like hitting a bag of organs. Not that something I've done, but it's just like meat suspended in jelly that was barely held together in a stretched-out bag. I don't think it had bones. Dang. And here I thought skunk ape sounded gross. What do you make of everything we saw? I don't know. I haven't seen or read anything about anything like this, although maybe. We've got to find out more about those things. The library doesn't open up for a while, so any real research will have to wait until the morning. That being said, there is someone in town who might have some useful information. My friend's mom. The place isn't far. We should head over now before it gets any later. Yeah, let's do it. Cool, let's go. Hope she's still awake. BRIE. Jesus. Oh, my man. You and Stella turned to see a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. Welcome home. Or is it like a welcome home? Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in the entryway. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night. I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who's this? Hi, Miss Forsyth. Forsyth or Forsyth? Anyways, Forsyth. This is BRIE. Is it okay if we come in? Of course, you're in luck. I just put some on water for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you can call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. Sybil. Welcome to my little nook. It's nice to finally meet you, BRIE. I was sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul, and she's been sorely missed in the holler, and now poor Pearl Ann is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town. Who was that outside? Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him. You knew my mom? Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth. We need your help. Yes, I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What's got you here so late? You seem troubled. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? Go on. We ran into some creatures out in the woods. These things. I don't even know how to describe them. Here, I can show you. Stella pulls out the camera and turns the screen towards Sybil. Ah, one of your little videos. Where was this? Up the mountain, to the northwest. Within the town limits? Yes. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder, if you can? I need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back and get mine. No need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. You better come with me, Stella. I'm sure she's more than willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. Kanika, come on out. We could use a little help. What, Mom? Oh, hey, Stella. And Gretchen, who's a good potato. And a stranger. What are you doing in my house? Hi, I'm BRIE, Tabitha's cousin. Oh, great. Sweetie, we were wondering if we can borrow your laptop. Stella and her friend have a video to show us. It's really important, Kanika. Okay. My room's a mess, so I'll bring it out here. Out there. We can watch this without you, Kanika. I'm pressing play. Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Holy shit. BRIE. Is that a good holy shit? You could say that. The footage continues. What are those things, though? They seem like something people should be aware of, I guess. I don't know. Do you think they're like gnomes? Gnomes? My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures. Oh, my grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. Mom, come on, whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and BRIE with this taily-po crap. I don't know if that's the correct attitude. Kanika, sweetie, let your mother talk. She's always said they never hurt people, despite that grisly scene in the woods. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where the tragedy will soon to fall. Jesus, Mom. Haven't they already been through enough? It's okay, Kanika. This is helpful. I don't know if it is. Okay, let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. You saw the chicken in our video. What was that growth? I punched one of them in the face. It was super gross and squishy, like it didn't have bones. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. How can they move like that without bones? BRIE's not lying. I saw her punch one with her own eyes, and that's a good question. Neeks. That's a good question, Neeks. How can they move like that without bones? Clearly something supernatural is afoot, and it's much more likely that she's just misremembering things. Hey, Kanika! That being said, that sounds kind of a grub-like. Thinking about those growths, I wonder if we were seeing some sort of parasitic larval stage, like they're really big doughy wasps or something. Honestly, that would be worse than them being supernatural. Oh dear, forgotten entirely about the tea I'd put on. Let me fix you up a couple of cups. It'll help soothe your nerves. I don't know, it's getting late, and I should let BRIE get some rest. I ran here ragged today with all the hiking and running through the woods in terror. I can stay up. This is important. Okay, maybe it's that I'm eager to get home and start doing some research. I'll ask around on my usual forums to see if anyone has information on ditchlings. Is that what you called them? That's right. You go on home now, and do try to get some rest. Don't stay up all night on the online. Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul. Bye, Stella. Oh, bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kanika. I'll see ya. Bye, BRIE. It's excellent, iced or warm. Though with nights getting chillier, warm will probably be best. Helps wake up the bones. Be careful out there. Both of you. Sybil turns and closes the door behind her. Alrighty, let's call it a night. Mind walking me home? And here we are. You're welcome to stay tonight if you want. I should probably head back before Tabitha has a conniption. Are you sure you're okay heading back up that mountain alone? Sybil said that ditchlings are harmless. I think I'll be okay. It's not that far. Well, I won't stop you if you really want to go back. Here's my number. Call me when you get there, okay? And good luck. She scribbles her number on a piece of paper before handing it to you. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, we're in this together. Yeah, we are. Stay safe, buddy. She watched me punch a fleshy little creature. You'd be in the long hike back up to Scarlet Estate alone. Continue down the path. Almost home. Your salvation in sight, you make a mad dash to the door. Try the door. Oh, thank God. You're back. Where the hell have you been? I called you back as soon as I had reception. I don't care. You gave me a heart attack. The miner outside... There was this miner outside the general store tonight who called me out by name and everything. Wayne. Scared the shit out of me. Do you know what's going on there? It's a mining town. Of course, there are miners walking around at night. And of course, people know who you are. We don't get a lot of visitors in these parts. Yeah, I'm gonna just... There was someone playing piano in the sealed-off wing of the estate. Are you serious? I specifically told you not to go in there. It's dangerous. Ugh, and I'm sure there wasn't actually anyone playing a piano. You probably just heard a possum or something. The estate's infested with the damn things. Oh, there's actually a possum living in my drawers. And what do you want me to do about it? That's a rhetorical question. Don't bother answering. Hi, Tabby. Hi, Tabby? No, I saw horrible things. I went into the woods with this girl I met to find some cryptids, and a lot of really terrible things happened. Ah, so you met Stella then. Ugh, that explains everything. And she's gotten you all worked up. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, you don't want to hang out? I'm still all hyped up on adrenaline from tonight. Would love to just hang out for a little while. Cool down a bit. No, I'm not going to hang out with you. It's late. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Don't do anything stupid while I'm asleep. Just go to your room and sleep. You're alone in the estate. The sound of wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. It's probably best to turn in and try to leave the night behind you. As you collapse onto your mattress, you remember that Stella asked you to call her once you got back. Pull out your phone and call. Hey, how are you? Did you make it back all right? Yeah, how are you? Are you okay? I died, actually. There's another run where I'm going to be a lot more sarcastic. Yeah, I'm all right. How are you? Totally fine. I mean, as fine as I could be, I guess. You don't have to worry about me. Go get some Z's, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. From the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seems like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe, and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and you'll have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. Hey. I haven't seen this intro in a while. Huh. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh. What is that? Exciting. It's fun kind of... Oh. It's fun kind of seeing all the little clues to what might happen in future chapters. Hey. It's Scarlet Hollow. And that was chapter 1, or episode 1. This is the end of chapter 1. Episode 2 awaits. If you'd like to continue in this world state in episode 2, please save your game now. All right, guys. I'm going to be doing all the episodes like in one shot. So it'll be like episode 1, episode 2, this is the episode 4, and then when episode 5 eventually comes out, and a little bit actually less than 2 months, I assume. It's in February, right? Yeah, once episode 5 comes in, I'll be doing the same with my other playthroughs. But I'm happy to be back here again, and it was a lot of fun to record it. And I think a big plus to this is that I've gotten a lot more confident in, reading things out loud, and I feel better with my audio in my recordings. I think I've got the settings right, so it shouldn't mess up as much. So it's a good return. Anyways, I'll see you guys again when we return back to Scarlet Hollow, and sleep well. We're going to be having a long next day, I'm sure. Goodbye.